down till it touches the floor and come back. Going for 60 seconds.
The weather is sunny but chilly today, and I haven't fully decided if I want to do all my workout outdoors or not. But I definitely wanted to juggle a little bit. Like, as far as kettlebell juggling, it's something that's fun for me. The benefits are it helps get my heart rate high, and it's a fun way to burn a lot of calories. So I don't really feel like I'm having a workout per se, but, well, I am working out, but it doesn't feel taxing. Like, when you enjoy something, it doesn't really feel taxing. So in that context, kettlebell juggling isn't really isn't something that I don't look forward to or something like that. But that being said, it is something that I haven't done for a few days, mostly because the weather has been kind of bad, and also the shoulder. My shoulder feels a lot better today. It's still not 100%, but I wanted to take advantage of the weather for a bit and do some kettlebell juggling outdoors. But yeah, at least the beginning of the workout and the video is going to be this stuff. I might go to the gym after. I've already been out for about 20 minutes, so I'll probably do this for another 20-30 minutes, record some freestyle, and then if I'm still up for it, I'll go to the gym, or I might keep working out in the park, might do some runs, sprints, let's see how all that goes. Here's some freestyle. Alright, that's it for juggling. Probably gonna head to the gym now. So for the gym portion of today's workout, decided to do sled drags. But instead of doing I'm still doing supersets and stuff, but instead of I'm just trying to go heavy. The point I'm trying to make is I'm trying to go heavy. I'm not trying to go light and just bang out a lot of sets. I'm trying to go heavy and maximize the load per set on my legs. So starting off with reverse and forward sled drag, and then I'm going to superset that with ab movements. So for the first one, let me say it as I'm moving. So for the first one, I decided to do kettlebell, I guess, hip flexor raises or knee raises. But we'll get to that when the time comes. With reverse sled, the main muscle worked is the quads, specifically the inner head of the quads, called the VMO. It's located right above the knee, and it's an exercise that gives a really good burn. It's like doing continuous leg extensions, but since it's on the sled, you can handle a lot more weight. And then with forward sled drag, it's essentially like walking with a car or something tied behind you, or like if you were a farm animal trying to plow the fields. But yeah, overall I feel it in my calves, quads, hamstrings. But more than the hamstrings, I would say the glutes. Then onto the knee raises. Looks like this. Good exercise for the lower abs and the hip flexors. Someone's doing a rather unique and noisy exercise on the turf. I've never quite seen anything like it, but whatever. Public gym stuff. But yeah, this exercise is good for the hip flexor and the abs. In theory, as you get stronger at this, you should be able to run faster, because one of the main parts of running is to be able to lift up your legs. And so the stronger you get at lifting up your legs, the odds are likely that you can run or move faster. So yeah, good exercise for the hip flexor and abs, but from a functional perspective, good to move faster too. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for a bit and then on to something else. It felt like my thoughts were a little scattered during the first recording, but in any case, to kind of outline what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to go heavy on the sled, and then superset that with a relatively lighter core movement. By adding the core movement at the end, I'm able to target my abs instead of resting, making my workout more time efficient. So that's one of the other benefits of, I guess, supersetting is, so I usually, like, when I first got started doing mobility work, no matter what exercise I did, I would superset like a rotator cuff movement or something. Uh, and so that's how I would work on mobility, where I didn't dedicate separate time for it. I just fit it in during the workout, and that makes your time at the gym more time efficient. Yeah, like, a lot of people say they work out 2-3 hours or are at the gym for 3-4 hours, but how much of that time was actually spent doing stuff? And I get that rest periods are necessary, but sometimes, it's not the time at the gym that matters, but the work put in at the gym. So yeah, instead of resting around too much, if you add supersets, even if they're not that difficult, so like let's say with a set of dumbbell bench press, you did some rotator cuff or hip flexor stretches, you've made progress on that while you could have not gained anything really from resting. I mean, there is a time for just straight rest, especially when you're going heavy, but most of the time, rest periods are a little too long, and you could be making gains in other departments while waiting around. So anyway, for the superset, doing uh, oblique swings, I guess, or rotations, kettlebell rotations. My one knee is going to be on the floor, other knee up, and then side swing. It needs to be a fluid motion. Don't be tight. Let your body loose, and don't try to hold the weight. Try to swing the weight. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for a bit, and then I guess I'm just gonna focus on just abs after. So the past couple of days, I noticed, or at least the last however many times that I've done abs, I've been focusing on bottom up abs, which pretty much means I've been doing movements with my legs to target the abs and not so much like sit-ups and stuff. So ending off the workout with this modified sit-up on the glute ham machine, which looks like this. So I'm going to hold the kettlebell or the plate on one side and go down till it touches the floor and come back up. Going for 6 each side. Supersetting that with single leg back extensions. Looks like this. So I'm gonna have one leg in, one leg out, come down all the way, get up. This allows me to focus on the lower back, glute, and hamstrings unilaterally, and as a result, able to fix imbalances. Going for 8 each side. I'm gonna do 3 sets of that and then head to the sauna. And then, similar to the past couple of videos, outro in the yoga room. So, an outro as promised. So yeah, started off the workout with some kettlebell juggling, or today's activity with kettlebell juggling. When the weather is nice out, I like to do that. I'm definitely going to miss it during the winter. I might have to bring my kettlebell into the gym and or set up a spot where I don't damage the floor and stuff. In any case, then moved into some heavy sled and ab movements. The reason that I like to pair these kinds of movements is because um, like doing these huge compound movements that involve a lot of weight releases a lot of growth hormone, and growth hormone I think is key in being able to grow, just from the name, or if you're in a deficit, to hold on to mass. And just overall, like, having higher levels of it in your body, probably, like, it helps in healing, it helps in recovering, so on and so forth. So it's like this double-edged sword almost. Like, you can do too much of, like, compound movements to where you're exhausted, but that's where I think the sled is very unique, in the sense that you're able to recover day to day when you do the sled, as opposed to, let's say, you did a bunch of squats. And the reason for this is, on the sled, every time you move, you're doing a concentric motion, and there's no eccentric. And eccentric is like when you're lowering down on the squat, or you're, like, anytime, like, let's say when you're doing a bicep curl, when you're lowering it down slowly, that's eccentric. But and that's what seems to cause the most damage to the muscles, which is also responsible for the most muscle soreness. So um, if you're but with the sled, since there is no eccentric phase, you can keep doing heavy weights and keep moving it without there necessarily being that much DOMS stands for delayed onset muscle soreness, from one day to the other. And as a result, you can increase the total volume of weight lifted within a week, by doing a lot of sled, which I think results in overall size and strength, etc., etc., etc. But yeah, the sled is really cool. If you have access to it, you should definitely do a lot of it. I think it's made a lot of improvements in my physique, especially when it comes to holding on to muscle when staying low body fat, or relatively low body fat. Um, Also, what else? What else? What else? Is there anything else I wanted to say? Oh yeah, spent about 20 minutes in the sauna, or was it 15? No, like 15 to around 18 minutes in the sauna. I took a 15-pound kettlebell in there with me. Did whatchamacallit, 20, or no, sets of 40 tib raises, then sets of 20 body weight calf raises, and then some hip flexor stretching. In any case, let's do a little physique check. Not looking bad. But yeah, I would say not looking too bad. Anyway, that's all for today's video. See you all tomorrow.